Well, we are Altar of Eris. This is Travis Stanley. I'm Brandon Bannister. I play guitar, do some of the drum and synth work, and so does Travis as well. And we do all the recording from here in our home studios. Yeah, well, it just kind of came out of friendship. I met Travis first when he's a tattoo artist, so he did all my work, and so just sitting under the needle with him and just shooting. We got along really, really well. We have very similar music interests, and so as soon as we kind of started bonding a lot more over the music. I was able to let him know that I play guitar, and then he made some beats, and I just started scratching over them, and then it all kind of came together.
With this music,
make music that we wanted to kind of have, because I feel like we are making a certain kind of dark wave and a certain kind of death rock that a lot of other bands aren't. And that was just kind of our main drive. And, at the beginning of this was, hey, let's just kind of take our influences and let's see what they're like with our personalities. And I were working on a side project of mine, and that's how a lot of this came together. Was we kind of collaborated on the thing first, and we got along super duper well, and it just kind of has gone from there. And again, like, the main thing is to have fun, and that's what we've been doing the whole time.
We recorded this second EP, and I think things became a little bit more serious, and now we've been doing live stream shows since quarantine. We released a new EP, and we've just been trying to push.
Your musical influences, and
I'm a little bit older than the rest of the guys in the band, so my experience with this music comes from when I was a kid and like listening to bands like Sisters of Mercy and Depeche Mode on the radio. So I feel like those two bands definitely kind of were a gateway into the music that we make and the music that I like now. I would say bands like Bauhaus, Joy Division, Clan Zymox, The Millions, especially Sisters of Mercy for me. Weirder stuff like Daft, like I love Daft and a lot of the EBM stuff, like that proto-industrial and like, so for me that's where my influences come from. I feel like the guys might have slightly different influences than I do. They listen to like a little more shoegaze and a little more like contemporary.
But for me, like some of the big influences have been a lot of like the contemporary artists, because they've just been coming out with some, like, this dark wave goth scene has been coming out with so much good music over like in the decade of the 2010s and even before then. But as of recently, like, it's just been awesome. It's so unique. Just like the fusion of synthesis, drum machines, and like real live instruments has been something that was really impactful to me, because I always had fun growing up playing guitar. Like, I would do this weird thing where like I'd sit in my room and like I would play rap beats, and I would try to play guitar over the rap beats. And just because I liked the like electronic, I grew up playing a lot of punk hardcore stuff, but I kind of like shed those wings.
Guys' music and everything.
I feel like it's been overwhelmingly positive. At least like amongst the publications that have written reviews on our latest EP and have listened to it through, it's all been very positive. Like, most people are finding it very unique, the music itself. Like, I hear a lot of people tell me all the time, like, I've never heard something like this before, but it's really intriguing, and it's like, it's dark and it's eerie, and it scratches an itch that maybe a lot of other music doesn't. And I find that awesome, because I always try to just make something special out of my music, and so that kind of makes me feel like
it's been great. Yeah, I think a lot of the people that have been finding our music have been enjoying our music, and that to me is better than, a billion people that listen to it. Like, I'd rather have a few that really like it. So I mean, we've been really fortunate in that regard. But yeah, it's been really cool. That's been one of the things, is there's been so much of a positive feedback that it's kind of motivated us to take it a little more seriously and to really lean into it and see what we can do with it. When we first did our demo, we released a demo on the 1st of January of this year, and we got a really good response from that, and those were just really roughly recorded, pieced together tracks. So the fact that people found that stuff and they were posting it on YouTube and there were like a bunch of really positive comments kind of made us look at what we were doing and go, okay, hey, we're doing something here that people are digging, so that's
like
kind of
the international love that we've received. Like we've received like good reviews from people in like Greece and Spain, and kind of like all over. And so that has been like just
music scene where you guys are from.
Oh man, well, Travis lives in Olympia, which is about an hour away from where I live up in Seattle, and so the music scenes are like similar, but a little bit different in size. I think that they both really stay true to like the roots of like old Seattle music, but like have just gotten a little bit darker and edgier over time has gone past. So like I see a lot of darkwave bands come through Seattle, not so much Olympia, but there's definitely.
I feel like it's growing. I feel like there's a lot of really talented bands in the area. In Olympia especially, there's an artist that goes by the name Crush, and he's doing some of the coolest, he calls it Grief Wave, and that's like in the same vein as a band called Surskew, and he's the Grief Wave artist, and what he's doing is really cool. Up in Seattle, there's bands like Hollows that are doing really, really cool stuff. Bands like Two Libras that are doing stuff that is rooted in the kind of stuff we do, but they do more of a cyberpunk thing. So it's a good scene, and it's actually, it seems like everybody kind of does their own thing. There's no one band that sounds exactly the same, and that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think amongst like this like darker music scene, like all these like small off branches are like all very much so accepted by the community and like viewed with like an open mindset, because like some of the stuff can get kind of weird to like the layman viewer. So like I think that everyone has like an open mind about the music, and that's my favorite part about it, is like we can get as strange as we want to get and people are still like, nice man, you're doing what you're doing.
Gonna hear, because we're gonna play some of your music here in a few.
Oh, right on. Be prepared for like something brooding, something aggressive, something dark, and just try to meditate in that space while you're listening to the music and see where your mind takes you, and just don't hold anything back and come into it with an open.
Your music or anything?
I just say keep us on your radar, because we're gonna be doing this for a while, I really feel like, and every release that we've put out so far has just gotten better and better. Even like we have tracks that we've been recording since the EP release that are even better than the EP in my opinion, and so like I feel like we're on a progression route, and so yeah, just
is one part a toxic relationship and another part being heavily influenced by Hammer film Dracula movies.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of a mixture of those things, and again, I like to leave it in a place where you don't know where the one subject meets the other subject. It's open for interpretation, but for me that was kind of the motivator for writing what I wrote.
Awesome.